follow me? And you're like, no.
Yol-itzma. Tell me where we're at.
This is Scenic Drive for the locals. It's the overlooking point, famous spot for El Pasoans where you can see both sides. So we're still in El Paso, Texas, but we're overlooking all of Ciudad Juarez.
So tell me about some of the issues that we were discussing earlier. Interior Texas and what people refer to as border issues here in El Paso.
I feel El Paso has a really different dynamic because a lot of us are still firstborn generations. I would be part of what's called top millennials. My mother was born in Ciudad Juarez and we grew up here. She became a citizen, but our whole family was over there. So weekends I spent with my tias and the primas in Juarez and my dad and his family. So for us on the border, it's not a big separation like interior Texas and Dallas and San Antonio. We've grown up spending weekends, summer vacations in Juarez. So we're all about two cultures. We're not just bilingual, we're bicultural, and that's a big difference. So when I move to places like interior Texas that are 2-3 generations in, it's really difficult for me to hear and stomach the governor of Texas talking about border issues and invasion when he's never set foot on the border. A lot of people have that misconception, but as you can see, we've been living calmly and in unison since the establishment. That is what El Paso is. It's two cultures on the border.
Surrounded by
the Franklin Mountains, which we're on. There's a lot going on here. We embraced our Mexican culture. So as I've told you before, we don't do Tex-Mex food here. We're Mex-Mex food. We are very proud to have embraced and carry on the traditions of our families, but as millennials and Latinos, we speak both languages. We have both cultures. We listen to both types of music. You'll listen to regular rap, hip-hop, J-Lo, Ja Rule, and then Chente. You drink enough on the weekends. You know, it's part of who we are, this dual identity that not a lot of other interior.
It's really interesting to know, like that red X over there.
Yes.
That's actually already Ciudad Juarez.
Yes.
And that freeway, this freeway that goes along the side, it's like really the separation between the U.S. and Mexico.
Yes, and we actually, that's called the border highway. Originally,
the border highway.
Before the city became bigger than it did, that was the only separation. That was all that separates. And when we go down there, you'll see how close we are. You're 5 minutes from the border. You can walk over and walk back on a daily basis. A lot of people do commute. So again, open trade like NAFTA greatly affected our area here. But because we're Latinos, it was jobs here lost to our neighboring. A lot of people were able to still go over and cross right over. We have a really different economy than a lot of other cities. There's a lot going on here.
And El Paso is, how close is the next city from El Paso?
The next biggest city would be, I think,
Dallas is 10 hours away.
10 hours away. We're closer.
You're closer to Mexico.
We're closer to Mexico.
And New Mexico.
Yes.
Than you are to another city in actual Texas.
Yes. Texas takes, I believe, 12 to 14 hours to cross the entire state. We're the largest in width and dimension, but the next biggest city is Dallas, and then you have San Antonio, which is about, I believe, 12 hours. And then we have midpoint. So Midland, Odessa is a big stopping point for everyone in Texas. That's 5 hours away from El Paso, and then 5 hours to any other city from there. So Midland's always a good place to have friends to let you stay.